Hi, welcome back to the channel. So in the last video, we finished up the collectible hunting for this place, so all the Riddler challenges are done. There's no more chattering teeth to get, Riddler trophies, riddles, those interview tapes, or the Chronicles of Arkham. There's no more of those. So in this video, we are doing the character bios, because I told you I would. I also want to remind you guys that if you guys can give, I believe I got a couple more likes in the last couple videos, so I believe it's 96 more likes and still 9 more subscribers, and you can see a dozen eggs cracked on my head and a bucket of cold water dumped on me. And that time limit is for one more episode. So the next episode after it's been uploaded, that will be it. No more for this challenge. But I do plan on doing a new challenge on the next playthrough that I do. So that's something to look forward to. Anyway, so we are going to start at the top right here. Okay. Actually, I'm just gonna read it all. So his is when his parents were gunned down in front of him. Young Bruce Wayne resolved to rid Gotham City of the criminal element that took their lives. He trained extensively to achieve mental and physical perfection, in addition to mastering martial arts, detective techniques, and criminal psychology. Sorry. Dressing as a bat to prey on criminals' fears, Batman fights crime with the aid of specialized gadgets and vehicles, operating out of his secret Batcave below Wayne Manor. It's pretty decent right there. His facts are: his real name is Bruce Wayne. He is a CEO slash philanthropist. He operates out of Gotham City. His eye color is blue. His hair color is black. His height is 6 feet and 2 inches, and his weight is 210. So he weighs 210 pounds. And his first appearance was in Detective Comics, number 27 of May of 1939. So he's been around for quite a while. Born into the wealthy Wayne family, Bruce Wayne had an idyllic childhood, although he was given a strong sense of justice by his moralistic and philanthropic parents, Thomas and Martha. After their violent murder at the hands of a mugger, Bruce dedicated his life to battling the criminal element that took their lives. He left Gotham for many years to train his mental and physical abilities across the globe, finally returning to take up the mantle of the Dark Knight. Real name Bruce Wayne. He's a CEO slash philanthropist. He operates out of Gotham City. His eye color is blue. His hair color is black. His height is 6 feet 2 inches. His weight is 210 pounds. His first appearance was in Detective Comics Detective Comics number 27 of May 1939. Trained to physical and mental peak, arsenal of gadgets, vehicles, and advanced technology. He's an inventor, detective, and has genius-level intelligence. Expert in most known forms of martial arts. Trained in all aspects of criminology. mastery of the physical sciences, computer expert, master of disguises, photographic memory, trained in stealth and espionage techniques, and expert escape artist. Isn't that quite the, I don't know, like, he's got quite a bit of skills. Thomas Wayne was a gifted surgeon and heir to the Wayne fortune. Dedicated to philanthropy as much as medicine, he and his wife Martha were well known and respected in Gotham. Martha Wayne shared her husband Thomas's charitable nature and was dedicated to her son Bruce's upbringing. She was well regarded in Gotham City's social circles and helped host lavish charity balls at Wayne Manor. Their tragic murder at the hands of a desperate burglar, Joe Chill, in Gotham's crime alley shook the city to its core and led to years of urban blight. It also inspired their son Bruce to eventually become the Batman. Thomas and Martha Wayne, doctor and philanthropist. They operated out of Gotham City. Their eye colors were blue and brown. Hair colors were black and brown. Height 6 feet and 1 inches and 5 feet and 8 inches. Their weight was 180 pounds and 135 pounds. And their first appearance was in Detective Comics number 33 of November 1939. They were highly gifted and well trained. Thomas was highly gifted and well trained surgeon. He was an heir to the Wayne family fortune. They were both dedicated philanthropists. And Martha was the mother to Bruce Wayne and a wife to Thomas Wayne. Joker. An insanely homicidal supervillain, the Joker's white skin, green hair, and blood-red lips belied the chaotic nature underlying his cartoonish appearance. The self-styled clown prince of crime has no superpowers beyond a capacity for incredible violence and a skill at creating deadly mayhem. He frequently concocts elaborate schemes to entrap his arch-nemesis, Batman. His real name is unknown. His occupation is a professional criminal. He operates out of Gotham City. His eyes are green, his hair is green, and his height is 6 feet. He weighs 160 pounds, and his first appearance was in Batman number 1 in the spring of 1940. His attributes: unrepentant homicidal maniac, albeit without a precise psychological diagnosis. Surprisingly strong hand-to-hand combatant. His past is unknown. Conflicting, unconfirmed reports state that he was a failed comedian, a petty thief, and a broken family man. Employs various deadly weapons, often based on party gag items. Frequently uses a toxin that stretches victims' faces into a Joker-like grin and causes death. And here's his patient interviews.
Take patient interview. Subject has no recorded name. Alias listed as the Joker. In the room is Warden Sharp and myself, Dr. Young.
Is this another one of those boring psych evaluation tests?
No, it's not. So, you're the famous Joker.
In the flesh. So, Doc, do you want me to look at the ink cards again? The first one is a kitten I had when I was a child. The second is, let's see, a dead elephant. The third is a...
Funny. Now let's skip the jokes.
Skip the jokes? Hey, Sean, didn't she get my permanent record? Be quiet, clown.
Every doctor that has ever interviewed you claims a different type of psychosis. Everything from multiple personality disorders to, well, the list is endless.
I do my best.
Well, I don't believe it. Anything can be cured given a correct treatment.
And you think you can cure me?
Oh, I know I can.
She seems confident in that one.
Take patient interview 17. Joker remains uncooperative. My earlier diagnosis remains true. I believe he enjoys his persona too much.
What's up, Doc?
Today I thought we'd try something different.
Oh, you make me blush, Doc. I have a girlfriend.
Dr. Quinzel, I know. I've seen the tapes. I saw what happened.
What can I say? I'm a charmer.
Anyway, I thought it would be good to talk about your childhood.
Oh, ever heard of romance, Doc? I don't give up the goods for free. You'll have to try harder.
What are you hiding?
Didn't you hear me? You scratch my back, Doc, and, well, I won't have you wrapped in plastic and left in a gutter.
Wow. That's pretty graphic.
Tape patient interview 20. Joker is more interesting than I originally believed. When Project Titan is operational, I believe Joker will be the perfect test subject. Good afternoon. Today I thought I'd skip back to our previous conversations about your family.
Of course. I was born in a small fishing village. I always wanted to join the circus, but my father wouldn't really let me.
I don't believe you.
My father was a cop. 1 week from retirement from the mob.
I've seen the movie. What are you scared of?
Scared?
Yes, scared. There's obviously something. Something that made you what you are.
What if I'm too scared to remember? It hurts too much.
Then I can help you.
Wow, I think he's just like playing on her right there.
These are the private notes of Dr. Young. Titan is a success. Even my funding worries have been solved after the unexpected donations from Mr. White. Joker has also shown a remarkable interest in the possibility of a cure. Once the protein bonding process is finalized, I will...
Dr. Young, you ready?
Oh, yes, come in.
You'll hurt my feelings, Doc. Keeping me waiting like that.
Sit down. You can leave us.
You sure?
We're fine. Aren't we, Joker?
Oh, yes. Well, if you insist. I'm just outside, okay? So is he here? Did your patient X arrive?
Yes, I must say progressing more rapidly than I expected. But enough of that. Let's talk about you.
No. Let's talk more about your Titan project.
My what?
How do I know you have babies strapped to a table in the basement while you pump him dry? Would you believe a lucky guess?
Yeah, that ain't no luck to that. Like,
I've been a fool. Joker was behind it all. He's Jack Knight. He gave me the money, pulled the strings to release Bane. How could I not have seen it? He's been blackmailing me. He has a crazy plan to create an army of monsters. I want out, but... Hello? Hello? Dr. Young's office.
Please hold for Mr. White.
What?
Hello, Doc. We need to talk.
I'm not doing it, Joker. Do you hear me? Wait. How did you get access to a phone?
Oh, yes. Sorry, Doc. Had to split. I hate small, confined spaces. Reminds me of my childhood.
Another lie?
Who knows? I certainly don't, but let's not get distracted with details. So, anyway, I want my monsters.
I sent you back the money. I don't want it.
Do I look like I care about money? I just want my monsters, Doc. And if you don't give them to me, well then, it won't be funny.
well, she got played. Anyway, so now we are on to Oracle. The daughter of Gotham City's police commissioner James W. Gordon, Barbara Gordon was forbidden by her overprotective father from joining the GCPD. Instead, she took on the identity of Batgirl and was a crime-fighting partner of Batman for years. But that all ended when the Joker shot her through the spine. Paralyzed from the waist down and confined to a wheelchair, Barbara adopted the new identity of Oracle and now aids the Dark Knight with her computer expertise, providing Batman with a constant stream of information in the field to aid his battle against crime. Real name, Barbara Gordon. Her occupation, information broker. She operates out of Gotham City. Her eye color is blue, hair color red, height 5 feet 11 inches, weight 126 pounds. Her first appearance was in Detective Comics number 359 of January in 1967. Her attributes: eidetic memory, almost total recall of everything she sees and reads. Extensive headquarters in Gotham City's clock tower filled with information archives. High-level hacking and computer skills. Alfred Pennyworth. After a varied career, was employed as the Wayne family's butler when Bruce Wayne's parents were killed. Alfred raised the young orphan and reluctantly aided him in his quest to become the Batman. His many skills, ranging from cooking to medicine, make him Batman's staunchest ally. Along with a formal demeanor that grounds the Dark Knight and deflects those who might otherwise suspect Bruce Wayne's true identity. Real name: Alfred Pennyworth. Occupation: valet. He operates out of Gotham City. His eye color is blue. His hair is black. His height is 6 feet. He weighs 160 pounds, and his first appearance was Batman number 16 in May through April of 1943. His attributes: skilled actor, trained in emergency medical techniques, proficiency with mechanical and computer systems, expert in domestic sciences, unflappable manner, and unlike Batman, Alfred is willing to wield firearms in times of crisis. Warden Quincy Sharp has been running Arkham Asylum for the past 3 years and has dedicated his life to restoring to sanity the so-called supervillains that plague Gotham City. He is currently campaigning to become the next mayor of Gotham. To facilitate this campaign, he has instigated stringent new security and experimental research policies at Arkham. Real name: Quincy Sharp. Occupation: warden of Arkham Asylum. He operates out of Gotham City. His eye color is blue, hair color gray, height 5 feet 8 inches, weight 190 pounds. First appearance: Batman Arkham Asylum, summer of 2009. Attributes: intense dedication to cleaning up Arkham, pompous and old-fashioned and demeanor with a focus on his own political aspirations, contempt for Arkham inmates, and disinterest in the specifics of their treatment masks a cowardly nature. Police Commissioner James W. Gordon dedicated his career to cleaning up the corruption in Gotham City Police Department, a goal he has come a long way towards accomplishing. He has been equally tough on crime and in the pursuit of making Gotham City safe for all its citizens. Gordon has unforged an uneasy alliance with Gotham's other top crime fighter, the mysterious vigilante known as Batman. Real name: James W. Gordon. Occupation: police commissioner. Operates out of Gotham City. Eye color: blue. Hair: white, formerly brown. Height: 6 feet. Weight: 180 pounds. First appearance: Detective Comics number 27 in May of 1939. His attributes: experienced police officer, trained criminologist, proficient in hand-to-hand fighting techniques, and expert marksman. Aaron Cash, one of the most senior and respected guards at Arkham. Cash is only afraid of one inmate, Killer Croc, who severely wounded Cash once during a riot at the asylum. Cash remains determined, however, to keep the asylum's inmates under control and to conquer his fears of Croc. Real name: Aaron Cash. Occupation, Arkham Asylum guard. He operates out of Gotham City. Eye color brown, hair black, height 6 feet, weight 185 pounds. First appearance, Arkham Asylum, Living Hell, number 1 of July of 2003. Attributes: great physical strength, excellent reflexes, one of the most experienced guards at Arkham, lasting enmity with Killer Croc. Frank Bowles. Frank has been working at Arkham for 8 years. He has twice been suspended for drinking on the job and regularly holds poker evenings in the guard rooms. Frank is desperate to be the top dog at Arkham. He fails to recognize that he is considered untrustworthy and generally disliked. Real name, Frank Bowles. Occupation, Arkham Asylum guard. Base of operations, Gotham City. Eye color, brown. Hair color, black. His height is 6 feet. He weighs 185 pounds. His first appearance is Batman Arkham Asylum in the summer of 2009. Attributes: arrogant belief that he is the best guard in Arkham Asylum. Uses sarcasm to cover up insecurities and failures. Violent temper has resulted in many injuries to patients. Dr. Penelope Young, or Penny Young, was always a brilliant scientist who was prepared to do anything to advance professionally. She has built up a reputation for being a cold, calculating woman, focused only on the project at hand. She was hired at Arkham Asylum by Warden Quincy Sharp to head up the asylum's research department, and to finally restore to sanity the more deranged of Gotham City's supervillains. Facts: her real name is Penelope Young. Her occupation is head of research. She operates out of Arkham Asylum. Eyes blue, hair brunette, height 5 feet 6 inches, weight 121 pounds, and her first appearance was in Batman Arkham Asylum in summer of 2009. Attributes: graduated from Gotham University with top honors, dedicated to the pursuit of a psychiatric cure for various forms of criminal insanity, highly focused on career ambitions, and intolerant of people who get in the way of her work. Mr. Zsasz. A true sociopath, Zsasz grew up in a life of ease, but nonetheless became a serial killer. Indiscriminate in his prey, body count is the only thing that matters to Zsasz. He takes pleasure in arranging the corpses of his victims in lifelike poses before carving a mark for each of his victims into his own body. He is saving a special spot for Batman. Real name, Victor Zsasz. His occupation, professional criminal. Base of operations, Gotham City. Eye color is blue, hair color is blonde. Height 5 feet 8 inches, weight 150 pounds. His first appearance is Batman, Shadow of the Bat, number 1 of June in 1992. His attributes: sociopath with no regard for human life, no pattern of killing, making him difficult to track, and compulsive need to kill others. Here are his patient interviews.
Taped patient evaluation 1. Patient name is Victor Zsasz. Diagnosed clinically insane after the murder of at least 20 women in the Gotham area. Hello, Victor. I'm Dr. Cassidy. Seeing as this is our first session, let's spend some time getting to know each other.
I don't need to know you, Miss Cassidy. Everything is meaningless.
Don't you think that's a very negative outlook on life, Victor?
You've no doubt read my file.
Yes, I have. It says you come your...
Of course I need fire. It's having marks. And I have the space for yours. Do you want to see where?
Wow, he's quite the charmer.
Taped patient evaluation 5. Victor is not responding well to treatment. Victor, yesterday we spoke about the people you killed.
Ah, the zombies.
They are all people, Victor.
They are zombies. Continuously shuffling through the daily grind, waiting for someone to liberate them.
You mean kill them? The police report states that you've murdered, or liberated, if you like, 20 young women in the last 3 months. Each had her throat slit and was left posed.
They were all lucky to be chosen to receive my gift.
I doubt they would agree with you.
Really? How about you, Miss Cassidy? As you take the elevator to your apartment each night, open the 6 locks to apartment 433. Remember you forgot to buy your cat food. Again,
How do you know
as
where
you sit down in your favorite red chair, cat on lap, just waiting for something to happen. I can make it happen, Sarah. I am your salvation.
Okay, 1, he's misguided. 2, stalker much? Okay.
Patient's name is Victor Saz. For the record, the patient has transferred from Dr. Cassidy, who is on leave after the incident last week. Hello, Victor. Please take a seat. Guards, you can leave us.
Sorry, Doctor. Warden's orders. I can't leave you alone with him.
I understand. Hello, Victor. How are you feeling today? Victor, I can't help you if you don't speak.
Depressed. Does that help you? Can you get into my mind, Doctor?
Why depressed?
I'm just thinking about the one that got away. The one I chose. I needed the mark. I want the mark.
He's very desperate right there.
Victor has been more subdued recently. Response to medication has been poor. Hello, Victor. Is there anything you'd like to talk about today? Victor! This is going nowhere. God! Get him out of here!
You heard the doctor. Get out. Didn't you hear me?
He's got a knife! Ah! Get a trach in him! Get a trach in him! Oh, God! He's on Bill! He's cutting him! Get him off! Get him off! We need help here!
Well, I would advise not being around him.
Victor has been in isolation since the attack on the guard last week. As I wait for him to be brought up to me, I have had time to review his notes. I am increasingly worried he cannot be cured. He has no empathy for his victims. Deep down, I believe he views all of us as potential victims.
Doc, are you okay?
What's happening?
It's Zaz. He broke out of isolation. He's gone.
Oh, God!
Don't worry, Doc. You're in the safest place. He's definitely left the island.
Of course. But someone needs to alert the authorities. He'll need to kill again. Do you understand me? Needs to. Oh, no. He's gone after Dr. Cassidy.
Hello?
Sarah, it's Gretchen. Listen to me.
Hold on. There's someone at the door.
Sarah, do not answer the door. Can you hear me? Do not answer the door. It says he's free.
Like I said before, stalker much? Okay, we are on to Killer Croc. Born with a rare mutation that made his skin green and scaly and grew his body to grotesque proportions, Waylon Jones was raised by an alcoholic aunt and bullied relentlessly for his appearance. He briefly worked as a carnival freak under the name Killer Croc, but his misanthropy grew, as did his bestial nature, pushing him to a life of crime. As his physical condition and mental state deteriorate, Killer Croc becomes a more bestial foe, increasingly detached from humanity. Facts: real name Waylon Jones, occupation alligator wrestler, gangster, and murderer. He operates mobily, eye color yellow, hair none, height 11 feet, weight 580 pounds, and his first appearance was in Batman number 357 of January, of 1984. His attributes: Killer Croc has incredibly thick, tough skin and razor-sharp teeth and claws. An expert wrestler. His strength and stamina are at a near superhuman level. Heightened senses and extremely fast reflexes. Able to survive in water for extended periods of time. And an intense hatred of humanity. Here are his interview tapes.
Is he here yet? You're kidding me, right? That thing's not a man. My God!
Hello. My name is Dr. Gretchen Whistler. Do you understand me?
Yeah, I hear you, bitch. So when's dinner? I'm getting hungry.
Wow. Rude much?
Taped patient session 2. Patient name Waylon Jones, a.k.a. Killer Croc.
So, is this the part where you try and reason with me? Find out why I did it, Doc.
We're here to help you, Mr. Jones.
You got a cure for me then, Doc? Can you make me normal?
Normal is a poor choice of words. No one's really normal, are they?
Figured as much. So, how about this, Doc? You let me go now, and I won't eat you.
You don't really eat people. It's just an urban myth.
Oh, you think? Keep believing that, Doc.
Could I get about 10 feet away from him? Like if if I was ever near him, could I get like 10 feet?
Sit down and shut up.
You think I'm scared of you, Cash? I've got your scent. You're
And I've got yours too. Know what? It's sick. Carry on, Doc.
Please don't do that again, Mr. Cash. It's not helping. I'm sorry about that. What can we do if you insist on hospitalizing 3 dogs?
strap on whatever you like, Doc. This thing just tickles. I'm happy to wait here. Wait for the bat. He'll be back, and I'll kill him. And then Cash. Then you.
In your drink. Now get him. Now.
Well. Yeah, I definitely don't think I'd want to be near him.
Patient interview, Waylon Jones. Progress has been slow. What happened back in that house?
Just business.
Business? What kind of business practices result in a house full of mutilated corpses?
I don't like having my time wasted. Someone doesn't pay. They need a lesson. They owed me.
So you killed them. Tore up their bodies. The police never found all the pieces.
Okay. Now we are on to Riddler. With an obsessive-compulsive need for attention, Edward Nygma is determined to be the most outlandish of Gotham City's criminals, concocting elaborate series of clues and riddles around his crimes. Batman has proven a worthy opponent, capable of deducing the Riddler's plans, but Nygma is dedicated to creating a mystery the Dark Knight will not be able to solve in time. Facts: Eddie Nashton, aka Edward Nygma. Occupation: professional criminal. He operates out of Gotham City. Eye color blue, hair color brown. Height 6 feet 1 inches. Weight 183 pounds. His first appearance was in Detective Comics number 140 of October in 1948. His attributes: genius intellect, driven by a need to test his wits against law enforcement by leaving clues to his planned crimes. Compulsive need for attention. Here are his interview tapes.
Patient interview 21. Patient's name is Edward Nygma, also known as the Riddler. So, Edward, Warden Sharp tells me you've been leaving threatening riddles scrawled on the asylum walls. Again.
One would have to be severely paranoid to read threats into harmless riddles, Dr. Young. May I test you with one?
Very well.
What is it that walks on 4 legs, then 2 legs, and finally 3 legs?
A human being. As a baby, it crawls on 4 legs. As an adult, it walks on 2. And in later years, it uses a cane.
Good try. But the answer to all 3 is a baby. True, it crawls on all 4s, but cut off its legs and it can only wiggle on 2 limbs. Give it a crutch, it can hobble around on 3. You see?
It's horrible. How can you even joke about that?
Easily, Doctor. It's not my baby.
Interesting.
Taped interview 39. Patient's name is Edward Nygma. At this point in time, I've yet to decide if Mr. Nygma is a suitable candidate for the Titan process. I'd like to talk about your childhood.
Miserable. Next.
By all accounts, that is where your fascination with riddles began. I believe discussing those years could explain your compulsive behavior.
Very well. My father hated me. Always called me a moron.
I see.
I was determined to prove him wrong, so I entered a contest at school. A $20 prize to the kid who could figure out an almost impossible logic problem. I won, of course.
And that pleased your father?
Hardly. He was convinced I had cheated. He kept yelling, "You must have cheated! Admit it, you moron! You cheated!" I swore I didn't, and he hit me for lying.
I'm sorry to hear that, Edward.
Don't be. He was right.
Well, that's what you get for when you cheat. I'm not saying his father should have done that, but you shouldn't cheat on things.
Patient interview 44. This is yet another interview with Edward Nygma. I've yet to make up my mind whether he's a genius or just deluded. Whichever one he is, just being in his company is both irritating and exhausting.
Hello, Miss Young. You look tired. Anything you need my help with?
No, thank you, Edward. I am here to help you. We all are.
Forgive my arrogance, Doctor, but if you think I need your help, well, you're in the right place.
Let's look at it a different way. Throughout your career, you have specialized in bizarre traps and convoluted clues that more often than not result in the death of the unfortunate participants.
And if the citizens of Gotham were smarter, my games would be merely an amusing diversion.
Instead of death traps.
You really should be thanking me. Weeding out the ignorant, the stupid, the useless. But don't worry, I'm sure you would survive. What a lovely photo on your desk, Doctor. Your family. Mother, perhaps.
Put that down. Get out. Guard!
Well, not sure exactly what happened at the end, but okay.
Let's discuss your obsession with Batman.
Hardly an obsession, Miss Young. I simply feel an obligation to expose him.
You know who he is?
More important, I know what he is.
What do you mean?
It's obvious. The mask, the weapons, the scare tactics. He's a criminal. No different than Joker or Two-Face. Or myself.
Most people consider him a hero.
Most people are idiots. They can't see Batman for the villain he is. Riddle me this. How did he get his car and his gadgets?
I know.
With money stolen from the criminals he defeats. Why does Gordon turn a blind eye to his antics? Batman bribes him. The answers are right in front of your stupid, gawking face.
Edward, please, calm down.
Wake up, Gotham! No sane, law-abiding man does those things. No one's that selfless. Batman is as vile as they come.
Security! Security!
Well, he seemed to be getting out of hand in that one.
This is my final interview with Edward. I have gone as far as I can. I can no longer tolerate his mood swings and tantrums. I have more important work to be getting on with. He will be transferred to Dr. Whistler's care as of next week.
Good morning, Doctor. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, Edward. You're in a good mood.
I'm always in rare spirits when I'm about to be released.
Edward, you know you don't come up for parole for another 3 years.
First thing I'll do is have dinner at that Italian place on 19th Street.
Seriously, Edward.
I only hope Joker hasn't completely trashed the city. Oh well, I'm sure I'll find out soon enough.
Wait. Have you been in contact with the Joker? He escaped Arkham weeks ago.
And yet, one hears things.
What things? What have you heard?
Oh, something about a surprise party for Batman. I forget the rest. You know Joker. Yeah.
Edward, if you know anything, you have got to tell me. Lives could be at stake. What did Joker say?
You forget, Doctor. I'm the one who asks the riddles.
Pretty cryptic right there, kinda. Anyway, on to Poison Ivy. Botanist Pamela Isley was transformed by a science experiment gone wrong into a plant-human hybrid. With chlorophyll flowing through her veins instead of blood, she developed a toxic touch and a pheromone-fueled talent for seduction. Her crimes have become more ecologically focused as she has increasingly abandoned her human side, identifying more with the natural world. Her unique brand of eco-terrorism often puts her into conflict with Batman, whose iron will usually protects him from her seductive powers. Real name Pamela Lillian Isley. Her occupation professional criminal. She operates out of Gotham City. Her eye color is green. Her hair color is red. Height 5 feet 8 inches. Weight 115 pounds. And first appearance in Batman number 181 of June of 1966. Attributes: an ability to encourage and direct the growth of all plant life. Plant genes mixed with her DNA makes her an unpredictable and formidable physical opponent. Exudes natural pheromones that enable her to exert control over victims. Skin secretes a toxin that can make her touch deadly. And pathological drive to rid the world of humanity and make it safe for plant life. Here are her patient interviews.
Patient interview. Pamela Lillian Isley, November 12th, 11:33 a.m. Good morning, Pamela. How are you today?
Fine. Today is a special day.
What do you mean?
This is the anniversary of my new life. When I found my true self, my destiny.
Are you referring to the event with Dr. Woodrow?
Yes. What else? Of course, at the time I thought Jason had poisoned me. But in retrospect, back hard in order to make something flourish.
Well, it's quite a drastic offer right there.
Patient interview, Pamela Lillian Isley, November 14th, 10:21 a.m. Hello, Pamela. Today I'd like to go back to something you said in our last conversation.
Ask for anything you like.
You said your first offer to help Gotham was rejected. How can you possibly believe that?
Well, what do you mean?
You released thousands of poisonous spores into Gotham, killed hundreds of people. How does that help anybody?
I'm not interested in bodies, Doctor. Horrible, fleshy sacks walking around destroying my poor babies with their greed and arrogance.
But aren't you one of those fleshy sacks? Were a doctor too. How can you turn your back on us?
Quite easily as it happens. But not you, Stephen. You're different. I feel we have a connection.
Really? You do?
Of course.
I think she's just using him.
Pamela, I got you what you asked for. Do you like it?
Oh, yes, Stephen, I love it. Such a beautiful flower. Do you mind if I keep it?
Oh, no, Pamela, I can't leave it. It's against all the rules. I'll just bring it and show it to you when I visit.
But it's me, Stephen. I get so lonely on my own. You wouldn't want me to be lonely, would you?
No, of course not. Keep it. Just don't let anyone see. Really. No.
You can trust me, Stephen. Thank you. Now give me a kiss.
I can't. People will see.
No one's watching. What's wrong with you? Don't you love me? Call me Ivy.
Of course I love you.
She's definitely using him.
Where is Dr. Kellerman?
How should I know, woman? It does seem careless of you to have lost him.
I have no time for your games, Miss Isley. Tell me where you have him. We have security footage of you and him leaving your cell last night.
So,
Do I need to spell it out? We know you hypnotized him, or whatever it is you do. We know he took you somewhere, but conveniently, security cameras across the island were mysteriously covered by leaves and flowers agreeing him. Now tell me what he is.
I'm not saying a word unless you do exactly what I tell you to do.
Yeah, definitely saw that coming.
We found him, no thanks to you. The poor man could have died.
So,
He has a wife, a child.
as do the plants he travels underfoot. The spores he breathes in and destroys have children. Why does he deserve anything more than them? You people ignore what is happening in front of your eyes.
I refuse to put the welfare of plants before the welfare of people.
And that is why you will lose. There's more happening than you know, Warren. It's all connected.
Well, she just let him have it on that. Okay. Harley Quinn, an Arkham Asylum psychiatrist assigned to treat the Joker. Dr. Harleen Quinzel instead became obsessively fixated on her patient, believing herself to be I'm good, Mini Force 4, how are you? Anyway, so, believing herself to be in love with him, she helped him escape confinement and took on her own criminal identity as Harley Quinn. Quinn is a violent and unpredictable felon whose only motivation beyond general mayhem is achieving the Joker's approval. Because of his cruel and mercurial nature, this in some ways makes her just another of his victims, I'll bet a very dangerous one. That's good, and I'm glad to hear it. The facts. Dr. Harleen Quinzel. Her occupation is professional criminal. Base of operations, Gotham City. Eye color blue. Hair color blonde. Her height is 5 feet 7 inches. Weight 140 pounds. Her first appearance is Batman Harley Quinn, #1 of October 1999. Are you enjoying the video? Her attributes are surprising strength and stamina, superior gymnastic skills, total disregard for human life. Like the Joker, she is a homicidal psychotic who escapes every classification. That's good. Here are her interview tapes.
Harleen Quinzel,
Call me Harley. Everyone does.
I'm surprised you want to intern here at Arkham.
I've always had a thing for extreme personalities. You can't deny there's an element of glamour to these super criminals.
I'll warn you right now, these are hardcore psychotics. Most would rather kill you than speak to you.
I'm sure I'll be fine, Doctor.
They'll eat you for breakfast. I mean it. One or two of them will enjoy it too. Be careful.
Yeah, she's got to be crazy to work there.
Patient interview number 1.
So, I'm your first, am I, Toots? You know what they say, you never forget your first time. I'll try to make it memorable for you.
Oh, you already have. Tell me, why do you do the things you do?
Why do you think I do it?
Fame, notoriety, a desire to stand out from the crowd, a wicked sense of humor.
You're good. How did you figure me out, Doc? I've had doctors poking around in here for years, and no one was as astute, and if you don't mind my saying, beautiful as you.
Really? Ah, you're just playing with me.
Well, you'll never know, will you? Unless...
Unless what? Tell me.
Yes, I have played every Arkham game. And I gotta say, they're probably some of the best games I've ever played.
Care to tell me how these got in my office?
Simple, really? I put them there. Why? You don't like flowers?
I think the guards would be interested to know you've been out of your cell.
Oh, if you really were going to tell, you already would have.
How do you know I haven't already?
Oh, sweet. I like you. I really do. Even your name. Rework it a bit and we get...
Harley Quinn, like the clown. I know, I've heard it before.
It's a name that puts a smile on my face. It makes me think there's someone here I can relate to. Someone who might like to hear my secrets.
Really? Go on.
Not here, my dear. Too many ears and eyes. Come back tonight. I'll be ready for you.
Yeah, he's definitely using her.
He's crazy, you know.
Who? Batman?
No, Santa Claus. Of course, Batman. Always Batman. I've seen it in his eyes. Screaming mad stalkers. And dishonest. Hiding his face behind a fright mask. Well, no masks for me. I have nothing to hide. I laugh at the cruel absurdity of the world. But Batman, he's got them all fooled. He's made them think he can make a difference, that he can actually make things better. And the joke of it is, they all believe it.
The police?
The police, the media, the frickin' junior rangers. Every last sack of walking meat in this urban cesspool. Listen, sweets, Batman knows we're all on the same funhouse slide into madness. Why won't he admit it? He's up there in his belfry laughing at us. And the real gag is the miserable liar is allowed to run free while I'm in here.
That's really incisive.
Then you understand, don't you? You know why I do what I have to do. You know Gotham's only real savior is me.
My favorite is probably this one. To be honest, I really like the atmosphere it gives off.
I got what you wanted.
You did? I mean, good. How did you smuggle it in? Actually, I don't want to know. So are you ready to stop that evil, murdering bat once and for all?
Of course I am. He needs to pay for what he's done to you.
Give it here, then, quickly.
We are on Catwoman now. An orphan who learned to survive on Gotham City's streets, Selena Kyle took to thievery to survive. But determined to do it in style, she learned martial arts and trained extensively to perfect her skills at cat burglary. Her criminal activities are often tempered by a reluctant altruism, making her an weight 125 pounds. Her first appearance was in Batman #1 of spring of 1940. Her attributes: trained gymnast and athlete, expert hand-to-hand combat, highly skilled with her specialized whip, Cat O' Tails, capable of astonishing stealth, obsessed with and adept at stealing famous and well-protected items, and drawn to cat motifs. Mr. Freeze. Victor Freeze was a brilliant cryogenicist whose beloved wife Nora was stricken with a fatal degenerative disease. He placed her in suspended animation while obsessively searching for a way to cure her. But the corporation that funded his research and Nora's life pulled the plug, triggering an accident that transformed Freeze's body into a cold-blooded form that must always be kept below zero. At normal room temperature, he will die. Wielding a number of freezing weapons, he wears a protective armor in his quest to somehow bring back his lovely wife and avenge her fate, which he partly holds the Batman responsible for. Facts: Dr. Victor Freeze, occupation, professional criminal. He operates out of Gotham City. Eye color is blue, hair color none. Height 6 feet, weight 190 pounds. First appearance Batman #121 of February in 1959. Attributes: scientific genius with a specialty in cryogenics. Employs an extensive array of cryoweaponry. His body has been permanently altered to survive at a sub-freezing state. Wears protective freezing armor whenever he's out in above zero climate. Motivated by his grief over the fate of his wife Nora. Penguin. The Penguin, one of Batman's oldest foes, is an eccentric criminal mastermind known as much for his love of ornithology and trick umbrellas as for his shady business dealings. Gotham's popular Iceberg Lounge serves as Cobblepot's front for a number of illegal financial activities that fund much of the city's underworld. Despite his short stature, the Penguin is a wily foe whose umbrellas conceal a variety of deadly weapons and gadgets. Real name: Oswald Chesterfield Cobblepot. Occupation: racketeer. Operates number 58 of December 1941. Attributes: criminal and financial mastermind, expert hand-to-hand combatant, driven by a need to prove himself in spite of his comical appearance. Employs various weapons based on umbrellas and birds. Bane. Imprisoned from birth to serve his dead father's sentence, Bane was raised inside the horrific environs of a Santa Prisca prison. His only friend in the hellhole was a teddy bear named Ozito. Finding solace in smuggled books and meditation, he developed incredible powers of concentration. When he was subjected to military experiments using a steroid codenamed Venom, his iron-forged will helped him survive when other test subjects had died, and he managed to escape. Determined to prove his worth, he sought out Batman and broke the Dark Knight's spine. But Batman recovered and managed to best Bane, cutting off the precious venom supply that transformed Bane into a superhuman. Facts: real name unknown. Occupation professional criminal. Basis of operations Gotham City. Eyes brown. When on Venom green. Hair brown. Height 5 feet 6 inches. When on Venom 6 feet 8 inches. Weight 140 pounds. When on Venom 350 pounds. First appearance back in January of 1993. Okay, and then we got the attributes for him. Master Strategist, intense focus, abnormally strong reaction to Venom, giving him incredibly enhanced physical abilities, determined to best Batman and all others who challenge him. Okay, so we're going to have to stop it here because my internet is giving problems. But I will do a second video that finishes this up, hopefully. Anyway, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you guys want. I also want to remind you guys that you guys need 96 more likes and 9 more subscribers if you want to see a dozen eggs cracked on my head and a bucket of cold water dumped on me. But anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video.